Good morning. I like this. This is something to wake up to, right? Just wake up to this plan. You be smooth for the whole day. Like, what's up though, man? I'm trying to man, I'm trying to wake up on a good note. You know what I mean? I ain't really not trying to focus on all the negative and all the drama and all the craziness surrounding me. First thing, like, you know, I wanted to bring up a really good point. You know what I mean? Like, when you see the word share your mind, what do you think? Like, you know, what's the first thing that come to your mind as a person when you say share your mind? You know what I mean? That mean like, say I had to go to the bathroom or something, right? And you know, and some said share your mind. I would be like, I gotta take a right now. You feel me? Like, I gotta take a like, I gotta take a number three. If somebody would be like, that's a little too much information. All right, but you didn't ask me to share my mind. The thing asked me to share my mind. I'm talking to. So it's like, I say that with Facebook, man, because I be like, lately I've been saying things and, I've been really speaking my mind how I feel, trying to communicate with people, trying to have better social skills than normal. And like a lot of people don't feel certain things I say, and like last night, I was talking about there's not a lot of patience in Harrisburg, PA, and there's a lot of impatient people, and like I was just saying, like with the city being in debt and everything they talking about on CNBC, there's a lot of people who don't realize, like, I don't watch television that much like that. Like, if y'all ever see that TV in the background when I do these videos, it ain't never on. So, I'm just like kind of interacting with people, kind of getting a feel stuff's going on from people, people sharing their mind. You feel me? Just like they want you to do on Facebook, you know. But, I guess Facebook has all of a sudden become this socialism thing where it's like, some things just ain't cool enough to say for certain people, so you weird. And you got like people who just like use Facebook, like, and it's weird because I remember a point in time when Facebook was only for students, like in college, and I kind of think, like, I don't know, it just changed because it was like when it left the whole college thing, you didn't have to have a college portal or something to be part of Facebook. It's like it became the new cool thing to do, and it became just like Black Planet and and AIM off of AOL and all that, as opposed to it being a social network to help people. Because when people talk and they communicate with each other how they feel, no one can tell another person what they're thinking. There's no study, there's no tool, there's no type, you can't, there's nothing you can scan about a person. You have lie detector tests, you have all kind of tests that tell people things about other people, and one thing, there's no test that can prove what a human's thinking about. So, Facebook kind of, is kind of like a counselor in a way. It's like peer to peer, and it's peers to help each other. If there was a problem or there was a question that you had about a school assignment, it didn't matter if you weren't the smartest person in your class. You can go on Facebook, and it was the outlet to ask that question without feeling stupid, or without embarrassing yourself, because you were sharing what was on your mind. It's good to ask questions. Don't nobody want to just go into something and never ask questions. You know what I mean? Like, that's like if you got instructions to do something and they're in another language that you can't translate, but and so you have no way of communicating to either that thing that you're trying to understand, or it's like, okay, how does anybody here know what this says? And it's like, okay, someone can explain it, and and it in Harrisburg, PA, to my knowledge, I don't know if it happened all over the nation, all over the world, but that's not what Facebook's being used as no anymore. You have people who tag people and things now. It's like now it's like a gun. Facebook is almost as dangerous as having a gun now, because people can tag each other and embarrass each other, and people can just talk bad about each other, and then you can tag them. Oh yeah, I said it to your face. It's like all this reality TV Viacom drama, like it's like it took over Facebook. It's like everything is about reality TV. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. I said it to your face. What? If you look at every reality TV show, all they do is fight, and it's like, okay, it gets to a point where you're like, all right, I don't know if they really fighting because they got a problem, or if they fighting just because the camera's rolling. Because they see the red dot, it's like, all right, fight. We gonna fight now, because I'm gonna prove to the world what I'm from the streets. What's really hood? You feel me? And that's getting corny. That's really getting in the way of a lot of business, and that's not what Facebook or any other social network, MySpace, Twitter, etc., YouTube, Ustream, anything out here right now, as far as social networking, even in social clubs and social gatherings, you don't wait until you go to the club to express a problem to someone just because you want to prove to the world, yeah, what, I punked him in front of all y'all. I'm a G. Come on, that's corny, man. That's reality TV. Y'all might as well go audition for the Bad Girls or the Bad Boys Club or something. You know what I mean? That's lame, man. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know when that became, and I got this idea because I was somewhere yesterday, and I was learning, from a lot of younger kids, and I was sitting in there in this place, and a lot of younger kids I was around. I mean, they had like extensive vocabularies, and like they knew the words they were using. Like they weren't just talking fancy talk. Everybody holds their pinky in the air when they drink Elmo or something. They wasn't just they really know the class. They know what it's worth. They know the words they were saying, the meanings of them. So they were using them in sentences, like just in regular general conversation. And I was saying to myself, wow, because there were words they were using. I'm looking at my phone like Wikipedia. What does that mean? You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to be like, wow. So you know what you're saying. So, you know, and that's hot. That's real, because I'm looking at that like, you know, I would hope none of these children would ever be affected by socialism from not sharing their mind. Like, say these extensive vocabulary terms they're using, you know, I would hope socialism never made them feel like, that's not cool to talk like that. It's not cool to, be intelligent and, you know, and speak amongst each other intelligently, or, because somebody on Facebook didn't think that was cool, or some social crowd outside in the public, didn't think that was cool because it might not be cool for reality television. Maybe I shouldn't talk like I'm superior, or maybe I shouldn't have high spirit of, and that self esteem and confidence of being an intelligent young person. And so, I mean, it comes with a lot of pressures. It comes from even with like women, even with men, little boys, little girls, who's attracted to who. Socialism can play a big factor in that, and because some people would do anything just to have a friend, but if socialism, lowers self esteem, or says this person isn't cool or this person isn't doing the hottest trend, you know, and it's like life is not a stock market, you know. A lot of people are trading things, you know, that aren't worth the value of what they're trading, you know. So, you know, I would hope no one would limit themselves, you know, to not achieve further than those who, you know, use socialism just to get by, you know, because that's not, you know, it's not real, you know. Yeah, that's like telling something you do natural that it needs to be controlled. You can't control an uncontrollable substance. So no, I don't want to see that in the future. I want people to express themselves and ask questions. You know, like if I gotta go to the bathroom or my stomach hurt and somebody hear my junk growl go in my stomach. You know, I'm gonna share my mind. Say I gotta take a you know, I might not have to take a number two. I might have to take a number three. And you know, they might laugh and say, "Okay, you wild." And that's what I do on Facebook. You know what I mean? I was like, I share my mind last night about, you know, CNBC. You know, they were talking about our city's debt. They did another segment. They did two segments actually. I didn't catch it on television the first one, but the most recent one they were, you know, kind of getting on our mayor a little bit because our mayor said, you know, in a time of crisis, you know, she wanted. I don't know what it was over. I'm not even going to interpret what she was saying or critique on it because I don't really know what she was thinking. So I don't, you know, I'm just gonna, you know, say my opinion. Um, you know, it is an opinion. I don't know her like that, but you know, she was rather fast and you know, um, don't take out of context if I like misuse anything I'm saying or misquote anything, but you know, she said she was gonna go on a fast and she wanted, you know, the Lord to help us, and you know, you don't say that at a time when your city, you know, you took a job for a reason. You didn't take a job to let the Lord deal with the problem. You know, it's like everyone's waiting for God to make a change for Harrisburg, but you know, no one notices. You know, God gave us time, so you know, in that time, in that time frame, God gave us, or the Spirit of God. I don't like to refer to God as a person because you know it's a thing. Because for the fact we trust in God, you know, there's something that we're trusting in, and you know, we just don't, you know, whether it's a spirit or whether it's morale, or it's just not something visible. You know, I wouldn't consider it a person. You know, Jesus is a person, but you know, not God. And so you know, it's like you know, you gotta make a change in time. You know, and whatever that is you believe in. But you know, I was saying though because last night I was saying there's no order, you know. So you know when there's no order, people go out of control. People want to riot, you know, civil wars. People want to just do whatever, and you know, and there comes a time where you know the police can't handle certain things because you know you got so many people doing unlogical things and stuff, you know. And it's like you know they got to call martial law, and there was a you know I just keep hearing that talk because you know they can't control it, and it's happened before. It's happened in Philadelphia. You know, it's like our city's not that big of a city to have this many problems. For one, it's not a large city, so you know this is nowhere near Philadelphia, and you know even the population. Like you know, some people will sit there and really think you know quid pro quo does not exist. So you know, it's just yeah, it's a little crazy. You know, I was sitting at a traffic light last night, and you know, I worry about my car a lot because you know I have a foreign car. It represents me. It's class. You know, it's worth it's worth a lot of value. You know what I'm saying? So like whether people don't notice or not, it's collateral. You feel me? Like it comes up on my credit. You know what I'm saying? Like when I pay it off. You know, I'm expecting my credit to rise. You know, and a lot of people just don't respect that, and I understand that. I understand some people don't have that. You know, to respect that. Never had that, but you can get that. You know, I'm not telling you you can never have what I have. You know, you can get it too because I didn't always have the kind of money to be able to afford it. And you know, at 24 years old, you know, I'm driving a one car. You know,